I don't know about y'all, but I know about me, right? This is a tester just to see if this is better. Okay, it sounds better. I had to put it in the center. How I live my life nowadays, especially being awake, especially not being spiritually asleep in this world, in the matrix, if you will. I had to really grow into the fact of trusting and following and operating literally off of God's timing and not my own. Because, see, it's really a battle and really a struggle trying to operate off of your own timing, because you'll be expecting things to go at this accordance, and then it could be something of the complete opposite of what you was not even expecting. That's why we have to support God's expectations and just release the habit of trying to control our own. When you try to transmission your own timing or to in order to transition your own outcome, that's when you really set yourself up for your own disappointment. How you thought your outlook was going to be ended up being something completely in total opposition. So that's why we have to maintain in our position of really relying on the Lord's way and not trying to seek our own way. Because his time is always going to be the right time. His time is always going to be the best time. His time is always going to be your time. Each day in life, every morning that you awake, every night before you fall asleep, it's already getting better for you. It may not appear that on the outside because you're already sitting on the inside. So how things are looking on the inside, it may not always seem clear at the horizon, but God already sees it clear as day. If we just keep sailing his way, if we just keep paddling his way, if we just keep pushing his way, if we keep driving his route, we continue to go his speed limit, then there's no room for the enemy to give you a ticket to stop you at any exit of your life, because you have already won the race, because Jesus has already won the case. So that's when you really come into realization with yourself, with your spirit, with your strength, with your sanity, with your peace, with your walk, with your patience, with your strength, with your courage to carry on throughout of life, you finally realize the outcome was always God's. Me personally, I don't have to rely on my strength because I know I can't do it on my own. I've been through too many devastating positions in my life where I really should have lost my mind. I really should have lost my peace. I really should have lost my place within life, lost my race within life. And when you're not really aware of your own awareness, you will spiral out. You will say certain things. You will make certain attempts. You will fall into certain temptations. You will put yourself in certain complications within life that you're not even meant to be, but you have to go through what you have to go through so God can show you what needs to be shown and known, not only about yourself, but about what he can do to help better you. And one of the great assets about life, when you truly include the Father within your life path, you realize you're not completing life by yourself. You're not doing life on your own. When you know heaven is backing you up, when you know that the Father is sitting on his throne, when you know that Jesus is working and healing and soothing your spirit, calming your nerves, healing your habits, leading the way, showing you the guidance, that's when you really can look at life in a whole different aspect. We don't have to sit here and materialize or utilize a way of making our own way, because God already formed the plan. He will transform the plan. Once you come into full recognition of God is truly in control, that's when you truly start to lose grip of trying to control things that you don't have control over. And that's genuinely why I have such a high urge or huge desire for the Most High. Because I know it's nothing that He cannot complete below. And it's truly a blessing to have God as your leader, to have Jesus as your Savior, to have heaven as your home. You can walk throughout of life like a champion. You can continue to walk a straight path. You can continue to have a level-headed mindset because it's not your way, it's God's way. It's not your strength, it's God's strength. It's not your hand holding your hand, it's God's hand in your hand. It's Him continuing to pull you through, pull you out of darkness, remove you from the negativity, all the traps, all the attacks, all of the spiritual warfare that you encounter day in and day out. You have a mighty hand on you. Therefore, you can do mighty things. The Lord has showed up for me in miraculous ways, and it's just so mind-blowing, the things that He could do. Because you understand, you never thought that you could do it. But that's how you're able to continue on, because God is leading you through your own marathon. So no matter how much is proportion right now on your plate, continue to be full in God's goodness. Continue to be full in God's vision. Continue to be full in God's plan for you, desire for you, His everlasting love for you, His unconditional love for you, His unmatched love for you. Because you're not doing anything alone. You're not handling problems on your own. You're not facing all of your troubles on your own. And just know everything you going through is never for nothing. It's all for something. It's all gonna stand for something. It's all gonna entitle for something within your storyline. If you just stay set, if you just remain in kingdom position, you'll see every fruit from your labor. Because it's definitely always a blessing behind every lesson. I was led to Job 37, verse 5. And it reads, God's voice thunders in marvelous ways. He does great things beyond our understanding. Keep seeking heaven, keep trusting in the Father, and keep walking with the Son. Because it's going to be all right for all of us. You already done went through the worst of the worst. When you already done shed the bad of bad. When you already done felt the sad of sad. You got to remind yourself, it's all for a purpose. And your purpose will continue to be fulfilled. Leaving it there.